Hello everyone, in this video I will be showing you step by step how to make this blog or online magazine type of website. We're going to be building this website on the amazingly simple WordPress technology, so even if you're a complete beginner, you don't have to know anything about web design or web development in order to build this website. So anybody can do it, literally, and I'll walk you through it step by step. The best part about this website is that it's super mobile friendly, which means that if someone comes on your site on their iPhone or iPad or any other mobile device, this blog is going to show up great on their phone and they are going to enjoy their visit. And before I get into the full site tour, I'm going to show you a couple impressive facts about mobile devices, which are that 90% of websites are not ready for mobile traffic. Mobile traffic accounts for 10% of internet traffic. And in a recent Google study, it showed that 72% of internet users say that it's very important to them that sites are mobile friendly and look right on their phone or other mobile device. It showed that people are 5 times more likely to abandon their task if the sites or site that they go to is not mobile friendly, and nearly 80% will go to another site to meet their needs. It also showed that 3 out of 4 people are more likely to revisit your website if it is mobile friendly. So by having a mobile friendly site, you're going to be ahead of the curve and you're going to dramatically increase your revisits or your conversions for customers or clients or whatever it is that you're doing. So the site is pretty cool and I really like this template. It's a free template or a theme, and I will be showing you how to put in this slider. I'll be showing you how to put in this sidebar with different article categories. I'll be showing you how to put in advertisements for Google AdSense or anything similar so you can make money off your website with banner ads. I'll be showing you how to make these recent articles with pictures. I'll be showing you how to put in a Twitter feed on your sidebar. A tag cloud. I'll also be showing you how to put in basic pages like an about page with an image, a contact page with a map, and a contact form built directly in so your visitors can email you directly from your website. And I'll obviously be showing you how to make the articles, and I'll show you how to put in a slideshow like so. And I will also be showing you how to make a custom logo without the use of expensive software like Photoshop, so we can do it for free. And whatever else I forgot to mention, I'll be showing you how I did everything on this website. The second best thing about this website, besides being super mobile friendly, is that it will be built on WordPress. And with 54% of market share on all of the websites using a content management system, it is by far the biggest content management system out there. A content management system, or CMS, is something that makes it super easy to add, delete, edit content features or the look or feel of your website without having to know coding. So it makes it super easy to be a web developer, basically. And WordPress is used by super famous blogs like Boing Boing, Buzz Machine, Mashable, CNN, Forbes, the New York Times, Jay-Z, Katy Perry, and millions of others. WordPress is really simple, really great. I love it. And in order to build this blog, the first thing that we need to do is get a domain. Now, if you already have a domain and hosting, obviously you'll want to skip these steps. But what a domain is like www.google.com. So this is Google's domain name. So it's the name that you type up here to locate a website. but a domain on its own doesn't do much. What you need to store all of the files and the images and all of the content is hosting. What hosting is basically a computer that is on 24 hours a day that stores all of the website's files so people can access it from anywhere on the internet. After that, we can install WordPress, and that's super simple, and that's just a couple clicks. Then we need to install the theme, and what the theme is the look of the website. So there are millions of themes out there for WordPress, and I chose this blog magazine type of thing. It's called Oxygen. And then we need to make the website, which means we need to add the content and the images and the articles and the pages. And that shouldn't take much time at all. So unfortunately, it does cost money for the domain and hosting, and the domain is about $15 per year. And I'll walk you through getting domain and hosting, and the hosting is about $10 per month. So pretty inexpensive, but it does cost money, and there's no real getting around these costs. Every website needs a domain and hosting. And once you get hosting once, you can host unlimited domains on that one hosting account. So you could have multiple or hundreds of websites on one host. So everything all together is going to cost us about $25, and I'll also show you how to get a little discount on that $25. So let's get started with steps 1 and 2, which we can do in the same place, and head over to hostgator.com. And there are hundreds of different hosts to choose from. I happen to use hostgator.com, and I have been using them for the last 5 or so years, and they've been nothing but great to me. Their live chat is really great, but if you want to do some more host shopping, of course you can look up other host reviews and still follow along in this tutorial. So let's go over to web hosting. And there are a few different plans to choose from: the Hatchling, Baby, and Business. I choose the Baby plan because it allows unlimited domains. The Business plan is a little too much. You don't need all of this stuff. But the Hatchling plan is cheap, but it only allows one single domain. So if you plan on only having one site forever, you can go with the Hatchling. It is cheaper, but if you want to add different domains, I would go with the Baby plan. And right here, you can choose to pay for 3 years upfront, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. Obviously, the longer you pay for, the cheaper it's going to be. But I like to do monthly, so I'm not locked into any plan, and I can cancel at any time. So I choose monthly and click Order Now. Now this is the part where you choose your domain name. So again, the domain name is going to be the name of your website, or the name that people type up here to find your website. So I'm going to choose Cool WordPress Tutorial.com. You can also choose from .net, .org, or .us, and you can also add a dash or as many dashes as you want in your domain name. But I'm going to do coolwordpresstutorial.com, and if you've already ordered your domain from GoDaddy or another site like GoDaddy, you can type that site in, or you can type that domain in right here. Where it says enter a coupon code, you can enter HostGator2515, and this will give you 25% off. And also HostGator will give me a small commission. So that helps me keep doing these free videos, and I really appreciate anyone who types this in. So after that, let's go and continue to step 2. And obviously this is where you enter all of your billing and payment information and account information. So you can just choose any username. I'll just choose my name. I'll type in any security PIN, and then if you want to use a credit card, you can pay with credit card, or you can choose to pay with PayPal. If you're not from the US, this is a better option. and then just enter in your billing information. And down here where it says hosting add-ons, for every domain, you can look up who owns the domain and see their address, and I think you can see their phone number too. If you don't want people to see your phone number and address and name, you can leave this checked off. But if you don't care, you can save $9.95 a year and have your domain be private. Right here, this site lock, I would just generally recommend against it. You really won't be using it. It's just an extra security feature, but with WordPress, you don't have to worry about any security. So let's scroll down and check. I have read and agreed to the terms and click create account. So I'm going to fill this out and I will see you on the next page. So the next page was just a confirmation, and now you should be receiving an email from HostGator. Sometimes it can take up to an hour to receive this email because it takes a little while for your website to process. Also, your domain and hosting might take up to 24 hours to completely process and become completely functional. So once you receive your email, just click it and you'll have your information about your account, and you'll want to either print this out or keep this in a safe place because you will be needing this in order to do anything regarding your hosting account. So where it says password, just copy your password and remember the username that you made, and then where it says your control panel, just click that. Now this is the back end of your hosting. So if you're having any problems or want to change anything with your host, you'll go to this page. Alternatively, you can go to cool WordPress tutorial, obviously this would be your domain, /cpanel, and get to the same page. So I'm just going to type in my username, paste in my password, and click login. So this is the settings or control panel of our whole server. So you can come here to change your options or change your account options or add domains. But what we're here to do is to install WordPress. So let's scroll down until we find software and services right here. And under software and services, click quick install. Now over here, we can find under blog software, click WordPress and click continue. So if you have multiple domains, you can choose your domain right here. I'm going to install it on coolwordpresstutorial.com. And over here, you can type in a subdirectory like hello. And if I typed in hello right here, my WordPress website would be located at coolwordpresstutorial.com/hello. But I just want my domain on the root of the website, so I'm going to leave this blank. So it's just going to be installed on coolwordpresstutorial.com. You can leave enable auto upgrades on and just type in your email address, your blog title, and your admin username. You can type in admin or type in your name. Really doesn't matter, just whatever you want. I'm going to choose admin and type in your name. Click install now. And once it finishes, just go ahead and copy your password right here. And you can actually view your new website by clicking here or going to yourdomainname.com. And what we want to do now is log in to the back end or administration area of our WordPress website. So we can click admin area right here. Alternatively, you can just go to yourdomain.com/wp-admin. And you'll probably want to bookmark this address so you can quickly click it and come and make changes to your WordPress website. So just type in the username that you made and paste in the password. Click login. So now we are in the back end of our WordPress website. So this is where you make all of the administrative changes to your website, like adding content, changing the look, deleting content, anything having to do with managing your website, you do it here. So the first thing that we should do is go to Users and click on Your Profile and scroll all the way to the bottom. And where it says New Password, you want to create a new password that you will remember and click Update Profile. So now you have changed your password, so when you go to yourdomain.com/wp-admin, you can log in with the password that you will remember. Alright, so we have gotten our domain name, we got our hosting, and we have installed WordPress. So the next thing that we want to do is to install a theme. Now we can do that directly from the WordPress dashboard by going to Appearance, Themes, Install Themes, and we are going to be installing the theme called Oxygen. So just type Oxygen right here in the search bar and click Search, and it will be this one right here. So click Install Now and click Activate. And once you've activated the theme, you can just click right up here, and this will bring you to your blog's front page, and you can see that the blog has now changed its theme. So the first thing right off the bat I want to do is delete this sample post that says Hello World. To do that, we'll just go to the dashboard, go to Posts, and this is where you add, edit, or delete all the posts on your blog. So to delete a post, just find the one you want to delete, this one, and click Trash. Now if we go back to the blog's front end, we can see that there are no more articles. Now if you deleted a post on accident and want to get it back, that is possible by going back to the dashboard, going to Posts, going to Trash, and it's just a trash bin, and if you want to restore it, you can click Restore, and if you want to delete it permanently, you can click here to delete it permanently. So before we start adding all of the content, I would like to add a sidebar with all of the categories that are going to be on my blog, and also another navigation menu up top with all of the categories and a couple of pages that are going to be on my blog. So let's start adding categories now. There are a couple ways to add categories. You can do it when you make a new post, or you can go to Posts, Categories, and add them here. So my first category is going to be called News. So I'm just going to type in under Name, News, and under Slug, I'm just going to put News. The slug is what is going to show up in the URL. So it will be coolwordpresstutorial.com/news. This is good for search engines, and also good if people are going to your site and they want to go to a specific page, they can easily remember which URL they should go to. The parent will be none for news. This is the hierarchy of categories. So you could have a parent of, let's say you had science and you wanted a subcategory under science. You could put the parent as science and the subcategory as space exploration. So the description is not necessary on this theme, so we'll just leave that blank, and I'll click Add New Category. The next one is going to be science. I'll leave the slug as science, and I'll just click Add New Category. I'll do it some more. So now that we've got all the categories that we want on our blog, let's just go over to Appearance, Menus, and this is where we can make a menu. So the first thing we want to do is create a new menu by typing in the name right up here. And I'll call this one top. I'll click create menu. And I will go down to categories and click view all. And I'll check everything but uncategorized. I'll click add to menu. And then under the theme location, I'm going to put primary as top. So the primary is going to be the top menu, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. After that, I'll click save menu and check out the blog. And you can see that now we have a top menu. So let's add the side menu, and that's going to be the secondary menu. And I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add a new one by clicking the plus right here and typing in side, click create menu, put the secondary as side, and then under categories, I'll click view all, check them all off, and uncheck uncategorized. I'll click add to menu, and I will click save. So now we have a top menu and a side menu. Now the next thing I want to do is add a couple pages to my blog, and I want it to be an about page and a contact page, and I want them to show up right here and right here. So the first thing we need to do is create the actual pages by going to pages, add new, and simply typing in about. And we won't fill this out just yet. We're just going to add the dummy placeholder page. I'll click publish. And then I'll click add new again and type in contact. I'll click publish again and then go over to appearance, menus, and I'll select top because that's where I want these pages to show up, on the top menu. And I will simply check off contact and about and click add to menu. Now it will automatically add to the bottom of the menu, but if you do want the pages or any of the categories to be in a different order, you can easily just click and drag. I'll click save. Now if we go to the blog, we have an about and contact page. And if we click these, it'll bring us to a blank about page and a blank contact page. So you'll notice that on the side of my website, I have a recent comments widget and a meta widget. What a widget is something that adds content or features to your website, kind of like a little app for the side of your website. So to edit these widgets, you can go to your dashboard, go to appearance, and go to widgets. And you'll see that under the primary widgets, there is a recent comments widget and a meta widget. So we can drag those out to delete them. And I just want to add a tag cloud, a text widget, and an advertisement. So I will add the text widget for a little description of my website. It'll say welcome. And I'll click save. So this is just plain text. So if we check out our website now, we have a little welcome to the best blog in the universe. Next, I want to add a tag cloud. And this is for posts. You will add tags to your posts so you can have little keywords that people can click on if they find any keywords interesting, and they will be brought to any of the articles with that keyword. And I'll just add it like so and click save. After that, I want to add an advertisement, but first we have to get a widget. So to get a third-party widget, we can just go to plugins, add new, and the plugin I want to get is called Black Studio Tiny MCE. So if we just type in Black Studio, it'll be this top one right here. Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. Click Install Now, click OK, and click Activate Plugin. After that, if we go back to Appearance, Widgets, we'll see that we have a Black Studio Tiny MCE widget right here. So if we drag that in right between the text and the tag widget, we can add a title called Advertisement. You can also choose not to add a title at all. And I will click Add Media, and I'm just going to add a placeholder for my advertisement widget. So I will go to my folder, and it will be this one right here, I believe. Yes. So if you were wanting to add a AdSense widget, I'll just set the link to none and the size to full size. So if you were trying to add an AdSense widget, you wouldn't add a picture. You would go to the HTML editor right here and paste in the AdSense or something similar advertisement code, the embed code that AdSense will give you. You just paste it in right here and click Save. But I'm just doing a placeholder. I'm going to click Save and check out my blog. Now I have a little welcome and advertisements, and when I add tags, they will show up down here. So next up, I would like to add a Twitter feed to the right side over here. So again, we have to get a third-party widget. So we'll go back to Plugins. We'll click Add New, and I will search for Twitter Widget Pro. That's the one I want. And I will click Install Now once you find it right here, and click OK. I'll click Activate, go to Appearance, Widgets, and now the right sidebar will be called Secondary. So you won't be putting it in primary, you'll be putting it in secondary. So I'll just drag in the Twitter Widget Pro, and I will put in a username. I'll just use Twitter, and I will give it a title for Twitter feed. And I only want to show 5 of the latest Twitter posts, so I can put it on 5. I don't want to add any other options, but you can feel free to change whatever you want down here. Click Save. And if we check out our site, we now have a Twitter feed on the right side of our website. I'm actually going to change the amount of Twitter posts to show to 3. So I'll just take it down to 3 and click Save. All right, that looks good. And I also want to add another advertisement right down here. So I will close this up, add a Black Studio Tiny MCE widget, click Add Media, and upload my right side widget. Again, if you are using AdSense, you can just paste in the embed code right into the HTML editor on the text editor. Put it on full size, and I will not link it to anything. This is so if you click on it, it'll go to the media file or attachment page, but I don't want it to be a link at all, so I'm just going to click None. All right, I'll click Save, and if we refresh this, I actually want it below the Twitter feed, so I am going to rearrange like so. All right, everything is looking good. The next thing I want to do before we start adding posts and content is change the logo. So if you already have a logo, you can just go to Theme Settings, under Appearance, and right here where it says Logo, you can click Upload and upload a logo. If you do not have a logo yet, I will teach you how to create a simple logo real fast by going to pixlr.com, clicking on the Pixlr editor, click Create New Image, and where it says width, you want to make it about 150, and the height will be around 50. And then you want to check off transparent to make the background transparent. Click OK. And you can just simply use this program like Photoshop. So if we want to add some text, we can click the text tool right here and start typing. And this will be my awesome logo. Click OK, and obviously you can do something a little more creative than this, but I just want to show you how you can make a quick logo without Photoshop. So after you figured out what you want to do with this, just go ahead and click File, Save, and put the format on PNG right here, and simply save it as logo.png. Make sure you type in the .png. Click OK, and save it onto your desktop or wherever else you want it to be. Alright, so my logo is now on my desktop. I can close this up, and I can simply go to Appearance, Theme Settings, under Logo, click Upload, and select Files, and find my logo.png. And just press Use this image. Alright, after that, make sure to press Update Settings and check out your website, and you should have a new logo. Now, I already have another logo that I made that's a little bit better than this one, so I am going to select that now. And I also want to show you that instead of pressing Select Files, you can also open up your folder or desktop or whatever and simply drag in the file or the image that you want to use. So here's the one that I really want to use, and I'm going to click Use this image, and I will click Update Settings. So now if we refresh, now we have a logo, and I also want to change this little slogan right here. So I will just go to my dashboard, click on Settings, and click on General. And then it'll be right here under Tagline. And click on Save. So now we have a little tagline, we have our logo, and we got our sidebars. So one last thing before we add the content, I want to add one more advertisement right up here at the top. So that will be again under Widgets, Appearance, Widgets, and it will be called Header right here. So we can just drag in the Black Studio Tiny MCE, and we could type anything here. We could paste in our embed code for some Google AdSense or other advertisements, but I'm just going to put in a little banner ad placeholder. I will put link to none and insert into post. Click Save, and now we have a top advertisement, side advertisements, and everything is looking good. So let's add our content. The first thing we're going to do is add some featured pages with a big image slider right here. So let's go over to the dashboard. And before we start adding the posts, we first have to create the page where the image slider is going to be on. So let's go to Pages, click Add New, and this is going to be a home page, so I'm just going to call it Home. I'm not going to add anything to the body, but I'm going to set the template to front page. Click Publish. And while we're at it, I'm just going to add the home page to the menu by going to Appearance, Menus, and the primary menu is the top menu right here, and I'm going to click Home and click Add to Menu. And I will drag this to the top and click Save. So now we should have a home page right here. And to set this home page as the default home page, we should go to Settings, Reading, and click this little button right here next to a static page and set the front page to Home. That's all you have to do for this, and click Save Changes. So now if we go to our blog, we will have a blank blog, but now we can start adding our images to the image slider. So let's go back to the dashboard, click on Posts, and click on Add New. So this is the first post in my blog. I'm going to call it New Images from Apollo. And I already have some dummy text for the body of my article, which I will just paste in. And I can make a block quote by taking a paragraph and clicking this little button right here. And I'll add this to history, news, and science and space. And I'll add some tags for my tag cloud, which will be photos, NASA, space, and whatever. Click Add. And before we click Publish, let's set the featured image to the image that we want to use on the slider. So I'm going to upload an image right now. Now you don't have to resize these images or anything, but just make sure they're fairly big and not tiny little images. So I'll pick my first image, which is right here. Click Open and click Set Featured Image. And then you want to set the location to featured. So this is how you control where your articles will be displayed. So I want this on my featured image slider, so I'll set featured. If I want it below that, I'll select primary. And if I want it even below that, I'll do secondary. And I can even choose not to display it, but it will display if you click on the appropriate category. And I'll show you what I mean by all of these in just a second. So after all that, click Publish. And now we have our first blog post right up here. So let's add a few more by going to Posts, Add New, and giving it a title. Pasting in or typing in our article. Maybe putting in a big block quote. Putting some categories to it. Adding some tags. Setting the featured image. Click Set Featured Image and add the location. Click Publish. Check it out. And if we click on any of these articles, we can see how the block quote will look and how our article looks. Of course, you can add images to this by going to Posts. You can edit the post by clicking on it right here. You can add an image by clicking Add Media up here. But to save time, I am going to just add a bunch of different featured posts, and I will see you when I'm done with that. Alright, so now I have added all of the featured articles right up here at the top. My tag cloud is filling up, so if I were to click on any of these tags, I'd be brought to the appropriate articles. I could also click on the categories themselves. So the next thing I want to do is add some primary articles right down here under the featured articles. So let's do that now by going to the dashboard, clicking on posts, clicking on add new, and giving it a title. Pasting in some dummy text and adding the categories, some tags, adding the image, and setting the location to not featured but primary. So if we publish that and check out our blog, now we have an article, some articles under the featured articles right here. So you can add more featured or primary articles if you want, but also I want to add some secondary articles underneath the primary article. So let's go back to the dashboard, go to posts, add a new one, give it a name, write your article, put it in the appropriate category, put some tags, and you do not have to add a featured image, but I recommend that you do because on the front page it will not show the image, but on the if you click on a tag or the category, it will show the image. So adding a featured image is recommended. So you can just add it like so and set the location to secondary. So we click publish. We can now have articles under the featured and primary right here. But if we were to go to a category, it would show the image like that. So let's go back to the dashboard, and now that we have so many articles, we do need a way to search the website. So let's add a search widget. So let's go to Appearance, Widgets, and I want to add it to the top of the secondary widget right here. And we can simply just drag in a search widget like so. This comes default with WordPress. So this all looks good to me. You can change the title or the search label or the text or the submit button, but I'll just keep it on default, and I'll check use the theme's search form.php. This will use the search form that the theme came with. So let's click save and check out our new search bar, and let's test it out. And it works great. So next up, let's add some content to our about and contact page. So we can click on the about page and edit the page from here by clicking edit page, or we can go to pages, and under about we'll click edit. And this is going to be a super simple page, but I just wanted to show you how you can align your images within your articles. So I'm just going to paste in my article, and I'm going to click right up here at the beginning of the first sentence, and I'll click add media. Now I can reuse any of the media that I've already added, so I'll just reuse this one, and I can change the link to none, and the size to medium works for me. And then under alignment, you want to choose left to make the image on the very left hand side and the text wrap around the image, or the right. So if I were to click right and click insert into post, my text would wrap around my image. If I were to click this and click left, my image would look like this. So I would click update and we can test it out. So that looks pretty good. And next I want to add a contact page with a contact form and a map built right into the page. So let's go to the dashboard, and before we edit the page, we have to get a contact form plugin. So let's go to plugins, add new, and search for contact form 7. It will be this top one right here. Click install now and click OK. Then you want to activate it, and a new little tab will be on your sidebar. Just go ahead and click that and click on contact form 1. So before you do anything else, make sure that this is the email that you want to use on your contact form. This is where the emails will be sent to. And if that's correct, then you can just copy this right here by highlighting it and pressing copy. Then go to pages, go to contact, and you can just go to text right up here and paste in what you just copied. So if we click update and check out our new contact page, we should have a contact form built right into our website. Next up, let's add the map. So let's go back to edit page. And in a new tab, let's head over to maps.google.com, and you can type in your businesses or your address and click on this little link right here and click on customize and preview embedded map. So we want to use a custom size, so let's click on custom. The width doesn't matter to us right now, and I'll show you why in just a second. And we'll set the height to 200. And we can also move around the map and get it to a better spot. And let's just select all of this by clicking Command or Control A to select it all and clicking copy. We can close this up, and making sure that we have text selected, not visual. Let's just make a line right there and paste in what we just copied. So before we click update, let's just make the iframe width 100%. And this will make it so that the map will fill 100% of the available space. And you will see what I mean if we click update and view the page. So there we have a map and the contact form built directly in, but what we do have is a comment box. I don't want that on this page, so let's remove that comment box by going to edit page, screen options, click on discussion, and then scroll down to the bottom and uncheck allow comments and uncheck allow trackbacks. Click update, and that should work. So another thing you might want to do on these pages is remove these sidebars. So let's take this about page, for example, and let's click edit. And under the template, let's select full width and click update. Now if we view the page, we can see that the sidebars are now gone and it's a full width page layout. So the final thing I want to show you how to do is how to add a gallery to your articles. So let's get a gallery plugin. Let's go to the dashboard, click on plugins, click add new, and type in next gen, one word, gallery. Click search, and it should be this top one right here. Click install now, OK, and activate it. After that, you'll see a new gallery tab in the sidebar in your dashboard. Just go ahead and click on Add Gallery/Images. Create a new gallery by giving it a name. I'll call mine Space and click Add Gallery. And once your gallery is added, you'll get a little message up here that says Gallery ID 3 successfully created. Just go ahead and select this little shortcode up here and copy it. And then go ahead and upload some images. So I'm going to upload a few images by clicking Select Files. And to upload multiple images at the same time, just select your first image, hold Shift, and then select your last image. Then you can let go of Shift and press Open. After that, just choose the gallery you want these images to be in, and I want them in Space, and then click Upload. So once your images are done uploading, just head over to the Posts section and edit the post that you want to add the gallery to. Click Edit and scroll down to find where you want to add the gallery and just paste in what you just copied. So what you just copied is called a shortcode, and this is going to bring up the gallery once you paste it in. So if we press Update, and view our post, we'll have a gallery right here now. So we can view this gallery by clicking on it, and it looks pretty cool. So that's it, guys. That's how you create a blog or magazine website. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you need any help, just leave a comment below and I'd be happy to help you out. See ya.